Hi, my name is Sandy Richler, and I want to share with you some information, and I want to tell you that ferrets make some great pets. Now, you may have heard a lot of rumors from people talking about ferrets, and some of them are myth, some of them are definitely not true. And I want to share with you some information that will help you to see that a ferret can make a really fantastic pet. The first myth you may have heard is that ferrets are wild animals. Ferrets actually are not wild animals. In fact, ferrets can no longer survive in the wild because most of them have been domesticated, with the exception of the black-footed ferret, which you see on the screen. Now, if your pet ferret, though, was set free, it probably wouldn't survive longer than a couple of days. Another myth is that ferrets stink. This is true unless the owner of the ferret has had him descented. Ferrets have scent glands just like skunks do, and when they are frightened or threatened, these scent glands are released. The scent glands are on the back near the tail, but they can be removed. The ferrets also have scent glands under their eyes, which cannot be removed. So as long as a ferret is bathed about once a month, it won't smell at all. A third myth you may have heard is that ferrets are rodents. This is not true. In fact, ferrets eat rodents. The ferret was originally brought to the U.S. to eat mice and rats. And a ferret is a member of the weasel family, which weasels are not rodents at all. A myth you may have heard is that ferrets bite. And yes, they do bite. But they don't bite normally to be mean, and they can be trained not to bite at all. Think of it like this. A ferret's jaw is strong enough to break all the bones in your hand, but they normally don't do that because normally they're nipping at you just to kind of play with you or communicate with you in a certain way. And anyway, they can be taught not to nip or not to bite at all. If you have any trouble with ferret biting, go to www.ferretbiting.com, and there are some tips there for you. Another myth you may have heard is that the ferrets carry rabies. Now, lots of animals can carry rabies if they're not vaccinated. Ferrets aren't any different. Now, the myth you may have heard is that ferrets see well. In fact, ferrets don't see well at all. And on top of that, the only colors they can see are red and blue. And because ferrets don't see well, you have to be kind of careful because when you come up behind a ferret, it may be kind of spooked and it may think that you're sneaking up on it. Another one is that ferrets are dangerous to small children. Now, this isn't true. In fact, children are more of a danger to ferrets because they tend to play rough. This is why ferrets should not be around small children, not because a ferret may hurt the child, but the opposite. Another one you may have heard is that ferrets cannot be trained. And this is absolutely wrong. You can litter train a ferret, you can train them not to bite, you can even train them to do tricks. Try training a cat to do tricks. If you're allergic to cats, you should not have a ferret. That's kind of interesting. This is absolutely wrong. In fact, ferrets are known to be hyperallergenic. They don't produce any pet dander. Ferrets are perfect for anyone who has any type of pet allergy. Number 10 is that ferrets have to be caged, like hamsters. This isn't true. Although many ferret owners will cage their ferrets when they're not at home, this is for the ferret's protection. See, ferrets are highly curious, and often they get themselves into dangerous situations if they're not being watched. They're almost like toddlers. So those are the 10 myths about ferrets that hopefully have helped you out a bit on it. If you need any more additional information, you can go to www.ferretbiting.com. You'll find some interesting information there.